Jack Ruby shoots Lee Harvey Oswald, wins the Pulitzer in 1964. The photographer, Robert Jackson, worked for the Dallas Times-Herald. The assassination of President Kennedy is burned into the consciousness of most Americans of a certain age. And Robert Jackson had been working with the paper for 3 years, and he was part of the motorcade covering that visit of President Kennedy to Dallas. As he is near the book repository, Mr. Jackson goes down and he starts changing his film. All of a sudden, he hears a couple shots. And he looks around, he hears 3 shots, he looks up and he sees a rifle being retrieved from the window of the book repository. And he's sitting there on the ground with an empty camera. So he misses covering that historic part of the story. However, Mr. Jackson continues to cover the story throughout the weekend, and he learns that on Sunday, Oswald is going to be taken to the city jail. And so he goes, and of course, he's not the only journalist that is covering the event. Jack Beers from the Associated Press also happens to be there, amongst others. And as they position themselves to be waiting, they hear he's coming in, and they're all ready. Mr. Jackson pre-focuses just to make sure that he gets some sort of image. All of a sudden, he feels someone just gets right in front of him, just passes right by him. And the first thing he thinks is that, this person is gonna get in front of my shot, and he gets a little, miffed about it. He's still ready. All of a sudden, he hears the shot. And at the same time it seems that he hears a shot, he hits the shutter and he makes his shot. And Ruby has just hit Lee Harvey Oswald. And of course now there's chaos, there's a lot of pushing, the policemen are pushing all the press, trying to get everyone out of the area, and it's just pandemonium. But somehow they all make it out, he runs to the paper, and as he gets to the paper and he hands over his film, it's become apparent that other photographs were made that day, and Jack Beers' photo is already hitting the wires. So his boss asked him, "Do you have anything like this? Do you have anything that kind of looks like this?" And he says, "Well, I don't know. No, let's take a look." And of course, this is one of the perfect examples of what makes a Pulitzer image, because a lot of reporters can be at one spot trying to make the same image and trying to capture the same scene, but there's only one Pulitzer. And in this particular situation, this is it.